I never would have guessed it.
Okay, we're moving right along, and now look at this earring. We have 200 of these gorgeous earrings. Now, speaking of Mongolian turquoise, this is the Mongolian turquoise, but this does not have, you know, as much, obviously, of the black nature.
No, this is a totally different deposit.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, this is what's really crazy. Mongolia right now, and I always, you know, I kind of get, I get to where I really don't want to give exact locations and everything.
You're like, what am I doing?
It's because I'm writing people a roadmap. But this is what we named Mongolia Mountain, and but it has these really high blues, and they're developing this property right now as a copper property. And so that one of the things I'm doing is I'm kind of trying to circle the wagons, and we're actually we're trying to get more and more of the rough, and actually get in where we can actually control more of the rough. That eventually will be coming out of this mine. But don't you love this? Look at this. It's a natural. It's like a teal. It's like
beautiful.
A teal-y blue. These are great, though. It's a big oval. This is actually by viewer request. We had a lot of people request this. But these are just a really great add-on splash of color, right? So like you get up in the morning, you want to accessorize, and you just want that splash of turquoise, but you want maybe a bigger splash than a stud.
Right.
This is really it right here. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, and
this is a crazy price.
We get so many requests, too, for stud-style earrings. So this is your perfect stud. And then, not only is it perfect size, but the perfect ultimate color. And you've got to realize, too, these are huge customer picks. I mean, look at the customer pick status, and that's at the higher price point. So today, to be able to get them from $69 to $49, we have 200 remaining. It's under $10 on your charge card, and then if you're using your HSN charge card, $8.32 to bring them home. And you got to think about this, honestly, these are costume jewelry prices for this, Jay, for real, beautiful, beautiful turquoise. Okay,